Okay, let's look at how to make some graphs that you need to make with your lab. So if you look at number 10 of your lab, I think it's on page 4 under the introductory activity, you have to make a graph of percent transmittance. That's already made for you right here. If that's what's showing right now. But what you need to do is you need to add some columns to make the other graph shown. So here's how you would do that. So the first thing you need to do under Logger Pro is to go under the let's see, data tab, and you're going to put in new calculated column. And then we're going to make the first one, if you look at it, it's just called transmittance, so I'm just going to call it transmittance, and I'll just call it capital T, and then I have to write an equation for that. And so basically, to get from a percent transmittance to a transmittance, I'm going to divide by 100. So I'm going to take my variable, which is going to be the transmittance at 630. That's this column right here. I'm going to take that and I'm going to divide that by 100. Then the computer will calculate. That's how I would change percent transmittance to just transmittance. Okay, and then it does that for you. So then I'm going to add another one. If you look, I'll just do it again, new calculated column, and this one is going to be 1 over the transmittance, so I'll just type that in, and then the short name will be 1 divided by T, and then down here I'm just going to go 1, and I'm going to go divide by just the slash, then the variable, I have to do the transmittance. This other transmittance here that at 630, that was the percent. So make sure you pick the right transmittance. Put that down, hit done. Okay. Then I'm going to do the log of transmittance. So data, new calculated column. Okay, this one's going to be log, and to save time I'm just going to put T there. So let's put LT there. Okay, so now this time, since we're doing a logarithm, you got to choose a function. So you'll want to pick the logarithm function and make sure you pick just the base 10 log. And then you're going to type in log, and then you got to pick the variable that you want, and we want the transmittance. So log transmittance. Alright, so that's done. And then the last one we want to do is negative log transmittance. So we'll call that negative log T. We'll just call that negative LT. So we'll just go negative, pick your function again. Once again, it'll be a log. Then we got to pick the variable that we want in there, and it will be the transmittance. And we'll hit done. Now, by doing that, what this allows you to do is you can click on the y-axis right over here, and you can change your what you have on there. So like we could put 1 over transmittance, we could put negative log transmittance, and what you're going to do is you're going to explore and try to figure out which graph gives you the best linear relationship, because what's going to happen is we're trying to make a Beer's law plot, and if you can figure out which set of data on the y-axis in conjunction with the concentration gives you a fairly straight line, that function on the y-axis is really going to be your absorbance. Alright, so your job is basically to figure out which one of these sets of data on the y-axis basically stands for absorbance. Once you get your whatever you think is the linear relationship, you need to analyze linear fit that data, and you will get a straight line, hopefully. Hopefully it's fairly, well, you'll get a straight line by doing this, but hopefully it pretty much goes through all your points. And then you're going to want to save this and print it, because we're going to need to know the slope and the y-intercept to use that for something next Tuesday, basically to analyze the unknown blue dye in the Gatorade. So you should have more points than these 3 points, but this is just what some data that I got from a student that had some problems that they had. But you should have a few more points than that. Okay, that's it.